earn, and earn means to receive money for a job you do. So you're going to fill in earn to the in the first blank, and then you're going to complete the sentence. I could earn money over the summer by. So you're going to answer your do now in the chat. Please make sure that you use capital letter when you begin your sentence and use punctuation, please. I'll give you guys 2 minutes to work on this. Be specific with your answers. What are some things you could really do to earn money over the summer? All you guys have good ones, but Ariana, I want you to share yours. And Kamori, you can share yours. Because I want you to share it. It's fine, I can pick somebody else. Kamori, can you share yours, please?
Yeah, I could earn money over summer by cutting people grass.
Thank you. Jazaria, read yours, please.
I could earn money over the summer by babysitting.
Good. All right, so that's the word earn using a sentence. This is from lesson 1.4. It's been a while since we went over it, so we're going to just do a recap of lesson 1.4 before we move on to the next part of this informational text, because this Street Smarts lesson has 2 parts. So we've already read this first part, which we're going to review, and then on next week we'll read the second half of this informational text. All right, so you guys will start today with student application, and you can access the student application if you go back to the home page. I'm trying to make sure that everything is really accessible from our Canvas page, so you don't have to type in Sam Connect zip code. All you have to do is click the login picture, and it'll take you automatically to the Sam Connect zip code page. Remember that our zip code, our school zip code, is 46260. You're going to hit OK. You're going to select Washington Township, and then it'll take you to our actual HMH Central login. All right, I just want to make sure everything is kind of like in the same place. That's why our Zoom link is there. Your lesson for today will be there, and the login page. All right, so I want you guys to put your thumbs up when you have logged in and you are ready to start the student application. Thumbs up when you're ready to go. And just a reminder, when we have like a do now, or if I'm asking you guys to respond to a question, I'm looking for 100% participation, okay? It's not an option. Remember, the more you practice, the more you review, the better you will get at that skill. So if we have a do now and I'm asking you to use a vocabulary word, I'm expecting 100% participation, all right? Just wanted to throw that out there. All right, so I'll know you're ready to start when your thumb is up. Ben's ready. Aaliyah's ready. Kamori, you ready? Yep, I see your thumb up. Just waiting on a few more people and then I'll start the timer. Ariana, are you ready? Can you sit up, please, so that I can see you? Are you ready to start the student application? All right. Who else are we waiting on? Aiden, you need to let me know whether or not you're ready. Now, I'm just going to say this. I'm giving you guys 15 minutes to work on this. I will be checking at the end of class to see if you guys have your time completed. If you are not using your time wisely, if you are off task, I'll be able to tell, and I'll just make a phone call home, okay? I'm giving you guys plenty of time to do this, and I will be entering a student application grade for today. So just make sure you are on there you're focused. If you have any questions, you guys, please feel free to ask me. That's why you're doing the student application on Zoom, okay? So that you have quick access to me if you have any questions. All right, so that's just a reminder. Stay on task, ask questions if needed. I'm gonna start the timer now. You guys can start. I won't be able to hear you, but you still should be saying the word. I'll go through the meaning and then I'll have someone read the example. Can you guys see it clearly? Okay. So the first word is distribute. Distribute, it's a verb and it means to give items to other people. How should your school distribute important information to students families? Okay. Can I have a volunteer to read that example? Go ahead, Jazaria.
Our school should distribute information to students' families by emailing them.
Good. All right, our next word is opposition. Remember, repeat after me, opposition. And it is a noun. It means a feeling of strong disagreement towards something. When have you shown opposition to a friend or relative? Do I have a volunteer to read that example? Go ahead, Jazaria, you can read it.
I expressed opposition to my brother because he or she he wanted me to disobey my parents.
And
Hold up, I gotta scroll down. And I don't think that was right.
good. All right, so those are our 2 words for this lesson. All right, I'm gonna read through this so that we can finish the activity on the next page, but I'm gonna switch this because I don't wanna look up. And active reading task is to follow along with me so that we can finish the activity on the other page. Okay, and this should refresh your memory. It's been like a week or so since we read this, so. All right, Street Smarts by David Stack. A Filipino teen becomes a voice for homeless kids in Manila and wins a major award for his work. Chris Quez Valdez knows what it's like to be homeless. Quez ran away from his abusive family at age 4. He slept in a dump in Cavite City in the Philippines. When he was 7, Quez was rescued. A social worker rescued Quez after he fell into a pile of burning tires, badly burning his arms. Quez now has a home and adoptive family. He lives with the social worker who rescued him, and he's helping kids still stuck on the streets where he used to live. By age 8, he founded Championing Community Children. This group distributes clothing and toiletries to thousands of homeless kids in Cavite City. All right, do we have someone who wants to read paragraph 3? Any volunteers? Y'all gonna make me pick? Go ahead, Aaliyah, thank you. Just read paragraph 3.
Paragraph 3 on the next page.
On page 37.
Thanks to his passion and hard work, Quez now has something else. He won the 2012 International Children's Peace Prize, which includes a $1,300 award.
That's 130,000. Say that. 130,000 award. Good. What about paragraph 4? Any volunteers? Kamori? Come on, sis. Read for me, please.
The honor is given every year to a young person who works for children's rights. A Nobel Peace Prize winner, Nobel A Nobel Peace Prize winner presents the award. What's that word?
Archbishop. It's a compound.
Archbishop De-
Desmond.
Desmond Tutu presents Kent with the prize in a ceremony in the Netherlands.
Heather.
Tutu won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1984 for his I got the word.
Sorry, you guys. I guess it's Nobel. Nobel Peace Prize. I guess that was. Where you at? Tutu won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1984 for his opposition to apartheid.
Apartheid, a system
Of inequality. Did she freeze? Maybe. All right, I'll finish it. Thank you, Kamori. So I'm going to start at Tutu. Tutu won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1984 for his opposition to apartheid, a system of inequality and racial segregation in South Africa. He called the young winner a new voice for the voiceless, and segregation is at the bottom. It's a policy of keeping people of different races, sexes, or religions separate. Thank you guys for reading. Remember, we did the key idea. Why did Kes win the International Children's Peace Prize? And our answer was Kes won the prize because after being homeless, he worked to help other homeless kids. All right, so let's look at, okay, I don't think we did this. Underline, let's look at the cite text evidence. It says underline 2 details that describe help Kes received when he was homeless. So we're gonna have to go back to the first part of this informational text because that's where it kind of explained his background. So if I go to page 36, which paragraph do you guys think I should reread? That'll give me some information about how he was helped. So I'm looking for the paragraph number that I need to reread. Where does it talk about how he grew up, basically, in his background? Page 36. Yep, but what paragraph, Ariana? Paragraph 1 or paragraph 2? 2? Okay, so I'm going to reread that. Let's see if it gives us the answer. Kes now has a home and an adoptive family. He lives with the social worker who rescued him, and he's helping kids still stuck on the streets where he used to live. Now, this, just by reading the first sentence or the first couple of sentences, it's telling me how, it doesn't tell me how he was rescued. It's just telling me that he was. So I'm actually going to read paragraph 1. Let's see if I can get more details because that's what we're looking for. 2 details that describe help Kes received. Okay? Chris Kes Valdez knows what it's like to be homeless. Kes ran away from his abusive family at age 4. He slept in a dump in Cavite City in the Philippines. When he was 7, Kes was rescued. A social worker rescued Kes after he fell into a pile of burning tires, badly burning his arms. So I think that the first paragraph gives me more details about how he was rescued. So can you guys help me find the sentence that says that, or that gives me that detail? Because it wants us to underline. It might already be underlined on your page, but can you guys tell me what sentence? Ben, haven't heard from you today. What sentence do I already have underlined? Okay, so those three sentences tell me, or they describe how he was helped. So I've already underlined it for you. So let's move on to the next part. It says, how did the social worker help Kez to improve his life? Use a quote from the text in your response. So we've already underlined it. Now we just have to get some direct quotes from the text. What do you guys think we should type there? Is there a box? So we're going to go back to paragraph 1 and 2. At the end of paragraph 1, beginning of paragraph 2, we're going to look for a direct quote. How did the social worker help Kez improve his life? What should we write here? Yes? All right, we're going to move on to the stretch. What time is it? Okay, yeah, we have time. All right, so it says, why did Archbishop Desmond Tutu call Kez a new voice for the voiceless? And this activity is going to require us to go back to the text. Let's see. So let's start with where we should look. Where do they talk about Desmond Tutu? What paragraph do we need to look at? 3 or 4? Okay, paragraph 4. So this is an activity that we're not going to get the answer right out of the text. We have to make an inference. We have to use what we already know about the story to answer this. All right, so I'm going to read paragraph 4 over. The honor is given every year to a young person who works for children's rights. The Nobel Peace Prize winner presents a Nobel Peace Prize winner presents the award. Archbishop Desmond Tutu presented Kez with the prize in a ceremony in the Netherlands. Tutu won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1984 for his opposition to apartheid, a system of inequality and racial segregation in South Africa. So this right here, this sentence, is just giving us some background information about who Desmond Tutu is already. So if he's already earned this reward or award for his work, that means he's a pretty big deal, right? He's fighting for something. So if he's calling Kez a new voice for the voiceless, what do you guys think that means? Why would he say that about him? What are some of the actions that Kez took in order to be referred to like this? So let's think about how did Kez help others? Let's start there. What is something that he's done to help other kids living on the street? You might have to flip back to page 36. It's kind of big. What? What did this happen? So I want you guys to reread paragraph 2 on your own. What has KES done to help kids? Yes, he's helped kids that are still stuck on the streets. Ariana's okay. Sorry, y'all. I didn't see y'all responses in the chat. By giving them clothes and other items. Good. He was a founder of a company. Yes, so he founded the Championing Community Children. This group distributes clothing and toiletries to thousands of homeless kids in K-Bite City. So that's one thing he's done. But why would he be called a voice for the voiceless? He gives them stuff, yes, but what is he doing besides giving them clothes or providing clothes for them or opening or starting this company? Do you guys think he's speaking up? Yeah, he knows how they feel. So he's able to speak from their experience, from his experiences, right? His life is changing since his family adopted him. Yeah, that's a good connection. So he's speaking up for them. He's saying, you know, these kids need help. They need this. They need clothing. They need toiletries. They're living on the street. So we can say that KES's group distributes clothing. He speaks up for the homeless children who can't speak for themselves. Can you guys imagine living on the street, not having anyone to take care of you? Would you be open to speak up for yourself? Probably not. You're probably scared, right? So I'm gonna go back to here and I'm gonna add this. The author states, which means they want us to quote something from the text. What does the author state? KES's group distributes clothing, and he also speaks up for kids who can't speak up for themselves. So you guys are gonna fill in this stretch activity here. All right, thumbs up when you have that filled out. Good, Leah's good. What about you, Ariana? Do you have that filled out? Okay, KES distributes clothing and toiletries, and he speaks up for kids who can't speak up for themselves. Kamora, you good? You have it completed? So when I check yours, it'll be all filled out? Oh, she's gone. You guys have it filled out though, right? Yes. All right, I'm gonna read this last little citing text evidence and then we'll be done. All right, this is a strategy toolkit. You'll see this throughout your book. It says, when citing an author's words to explain an idea from the text, we say the author states or according to the author. So when you guys are responding, when we have academic discussions and you want to refer to what the author is saying, you can use these sentence starters. The author states or according to the author. All right. So we will start lesson 1.5 next week, actually. We won't have time to do it today. You guys have any questions? Do you guys have all of the activities filled out? Are we ready to move on to lesson 1.5 next week? Okay, cool. All right, well, that's all I have. You guys have a good weekend. Remember, I will be checking student applications, so if you don't have it done, I will be calling your parents. All right, y'all have a good weekend. Bye.